9 News starts with breaking news.
Thanks for joining us here at noon. We are following breaking news. KMBC 9 News just confirmed Roger Golubski is dead. I'm Morgan Mobley in for Kelly Eckerman. Let's get right to our Krista Tatchell, who is live outside the disgraced former KCK detective's home in Edwardsville. Krista.
Morgan, we are live at South 9th Street in Edwardsville, Kansas. And as you just mentioned a short time ago, the federal court in Topeka, where Golubski was supposed to appear for the first day of his first federal trial, he is dead. The court confirmed. I'm going to step out of the way so that you can see the police on scene here. There's been a large police presence here since 9 a.m. this morning. I spoke with Edwardsville Police Chief Rance Quinn, and he told me inside the residence there is a deceased male from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Golubski was the only male who lived in the home, but the police chief did stop short of saying that Golubski shot himself. That has not been confirmed at this time. He did say a call came into 911 dispatch about 9 in the morning, the same time Golubski was supposed to be in federal court, and the caller reported a male was dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police aren't saying who made that 911 call or who discovered the body, and if Golubski did have a gun in the home, why was he allowed to have a weapon in the home when he was out on bond? Currently, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation is taking over the scene at this time. In a short time, we're told that police will speak to us just a little bit in a staging area down the road. Golubski's lawyer did say that Golubski was experiencing feelings of being despondent because of media coverage, but we want to take it now to Matt Fleener, who is at the federal courthouse in Topeka. Matt.
Yeah, Krista, major shock here this morning as Roger Golubski did not walk down this path as he normally has for multiple court hearings before this. And again, court taking place at 9 o'clock, and Roger Golubski was not in the courtroom, and everybody started wondering at that point what happened to him. There was a warrant that was issued by the judge in the case, and as you mentioned, there was a man, Roger Golubski, found dead at his home there in Edwardsville. A representative from the marshal's office actually said that his last known location was at his home at 8:57 this morning. That warrant went out for his arrest. The court officially confirmed his death at 11:01 this morning. The U.S. attorney announced they were moving to dismiss the case because of Golubski's death. Golubski's attorney said he actually talked to Golubski a lot this morning. That was his exact quote. He said a lot, but did not know what happened after he spoke with him. We actually spoke with Lamont McIntyre's attorney this morning. McIntyre was exonerated back in 2017 after he believes Roger Golubski framed him for a 1994 murder. McIntyre's attorney has big questions about Golubski's death.
Did anyone see this coming? How closely was he being monitored other than his attorneys who last had contact with him? When we have someone die at the morning that a trial is supposed to start, it raises a whole host of questions. And so I am very much hoping that this can be turned over to an independent investigative entity.
As Krista mentioned, the KBI is now investigating. Golubski was actually on house arrest awaiting his trial because of renal failure. He had to have dialysis every other day. The trial was actually supposed to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so Golubski could continue dialysis. And the big question is, how did a gun get into Golubski's home? That was another condition of his house arrest. He was not supposed to have access to firearms. Some big questions now for investigators as, again, this case has officially been dismissed. Live in Topeka, Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
We will keep asking these questions, Matt. Thank you. Count on us for coverage of the death of Roger Golubski. Look for our full coverage on air and online at KMBC.com. You can find our previous reports online as well.